Sarah Ferguson is reportedly broke, hiding from public view, relying on old lovers for somewhere to stay, and carrying 3 different phones because she fears being tracked. That is the extraordinary picture emerging from the latest reports about the former Duchess of York. Once photographed at palace events and still clinging to royal relevance long after her divorce, Sarah is now said to be moving quietly from one private home to another, staying with wealthy friends who do not want their connection to her made public. And perhaps the most eyebrow-raising part of all, some of the people allegedly helping her are former boyfriends from decades ago. It's a remarkable fall for a woman who spent years insisting she and Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor were the happiest divorced couple in the world. Because now, according to these reports, even that unusual partnership appears badly damaged. So, where is Sarah Ferguson? Why is she hiding? And how did one of the most famous royal outsiders end up couch surfing in secret? For months, Sarah has barely been seen. There have been no regular public appearances, cheerful media spots, or familiar attempts to charm her way back into headlines. Instead, there has been silence followed by whispers. Reports have placed her in Dubai, Switzerland, Ireland, and various private estates, but nobody seems entirely certain where she is from week to week. According to claims in the British press, she has been on what one source described as a secret sofa surfing world tour. Not glamorous travel, not official engagements, but quietly moving between homes owned by loyal friends with money, privacy, and enough discretion to keep quiet. That alone would be striking. But then came the claim about the phones. Sources say Sarah has been rotating between 3 separate mobile phones because she is worried about being traced. Whether that concern is realistic or exaggerated, it tells you how nervous and unsettled she is said to have become. This is not the picture of someone living confidently and comfortably. Another source quoted this week used one word that grabbed attention immediately: disheveled. They claim Sarah is really low, has stopped keeping up with her roots, has not maintained cosmetic treatments, and appears far from the polished public image she once worked so hard to project. Now, people can laugh at gossip about hair appointments and Botox, but in royal circles, appearance has always been part of status. Looking immaculate sends a message. Looking like you have given up sends one too. And the money talk is not flattering either. A source claimed she has been asking, "How am I going to get through this?" while also complaining she is broke. The same person joked friends would not be surprised to find her selling designer handbags online. Whether that is literal or exaggerated, it is not the language usually associated with royal-adjacent privilege. For years, Sarah managed to survive scandal after scandal. Many people thought she had an almost supernatural ability to bounce back. In the 1990s, there were the debt headlines and tabloid embarrassments. Later came business controversies. Then, in 2010, she was caught in a sting operation appearing to offer access to Andrew for cash. Yet somehow she kept returning book deals, interviews, television appearances, charity talk, smiling photo calls. She always seemed to find another act. This time feels different because the reports are less about reinvention and more about retreat, less comeback, more collapse. And then there is Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor. For decades, their relationship fascinated people because it made so little sense. Divorced yet inseparable, separate lives yet shared homes, endless scandal yet endless loyalty. Sarah publicly defended him repeatedly, and together they sold the image of an unconventional but unbreakable bond. Now insiders claim that bond has cracked. They are reportedly still in touch, but no longer united in the way they once were. If true, that may be one of the biggest changes in this whole story. Because whatever else happened, Andrew was always her base. If she is now staying away from him, that says plenty. Many believe the Epstein scandal fallout sits behind all of this. Andrew's disastrous 2019 BBC Newsnight interview turned a reputational crisis into a catastrophe. His military roles were stripped, patronages removed, and public standing shattered. Even after legal matters were settled, the stain never really left. Anyone tied closely to him risked being dragged down too. Sarah may not have caused that scandal, but she has lived next to the wreckage of it and had a role to play too. And according to another source, she feels bitter and betrayed by members of the royal family. The claim is that she feels completely outside now with no real way back in. If true, it would be a familiar complaint from royal exiles, useful when convenient, forgotten when troublesome. But perhaps the most dramatic part of the story is who she has allegedly turned to for help. One name linked to her is Count Gaddo della Gherardesca, an Italian aristocrat she reportedly dated in the late 1990s after her divorce. A source claimed she is staying somewhere castle-like with an Italian count looking after her. If accurate, it sounds like something from a paperback novel. Then there is Paddy McNally, the former racing executive she dated before marrying Andrew. Reports last month suggested she had been staying at his Wiltshire property. He is also said to have homes in Verbier and Saint-Tropez, giving plenty of discreet options for someone trying to stay out of sight. Think about how extraordinary that looks. A woman once married into the monarchy now depending not on the institution, but on old romances and rich friends to provide shelter and privacy. And yet, in another way, it is very Sarah Ferguson. She has always relied on personal charm, social connections, and the goodwill of those who remain fond of her. Not palace machinery, not official royal power, but personal relationships. That seems to be the safety net again. Now, the question is whether this is temporary hiding or something more serious. Is she simply lying low until headlines move on? Or is this the clearest sign yet that the world she spent decades orbiting has finally closed its doors? With Sarah Ferguson, you can never rule anything out. She has reappeared before when people thought she was finished. But this latest chapter feels harsher, lonelier, and far less glamorous than anything she would want associated with her name. What do you think? Is Sarah Ferguson the victim of royal rejection? Or has the bill finally come due for years of chaos and controversy? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy royal updates with all the latest twists, make sure you subscribe.